Hey, what's up, everybody? To further discuss 80, 70, if you look at the parable of the fig tree and the parable of the vineyard, they're already fulfilled, right? And those parables are about the last days. Those parables are about the second advent of Christ. Those parables are about the day of the Lord. And all you got to do is go 37 years into the future from the time of Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. And all you got to see is that those parables were fulfilled in the destruction of Jerusalem. And one of the things, too, you got to remember is what Jesus said to the apostles. You will have not gone through all the cities of Israel before I come back. So how do you reconcile that, right? The apostles will not have gone through all the cities of Israel by the time Christ comes back, right? Can we honestly say that they still need to, that there's cities in Israel that the apostles still need to go to? Right? Their ministry to the cities in Israel was in the first century. And it's the apostles. And Jesus told them, he even told them, there's some standing here that will see me coming in my kingdom. Right? You can't say that about the transfiguration because that was the very next day pretty much, or very next chapter. So what do we ascribe these time statements to? Again, the parable of the vineyard, parable of the fig tree, fulfilled. And these are parables about the end times. If you go to Matthew 24 in the Olivet Discourse, you can't split it up into two second comings or two events. Why? Because when you go to the Luke version of the Olivet Discourse, everything's one event. And it's when the armies surround Jerusalem. People are actually still waiting for that to happen. It happened in AD 66 when the Roman army surrounded Jerusalem. Remember with Daniel, he was told by the angel, rest a little longer, Daniel, meaning the Daniel prophecy wasn't going to be in his time. With John, it's revealed. It's urgency. Time is at hand, I come quickly. From Daniel to the first century wasn't that long. For a few hundred years. Yeah, we're supposed to believe that John's given a sense of urgency in his message, but it's not going to happen for 2,000 years plus. Come on. And what it is people have been so conditioned by churches. The end is near, the end is near, the end is near. What if it's all a plot to make you docile, wait for Christ to come to solve all the problems of the world instead of you being a vessel of God and his son Jesus Christ to do that? Maybe you need to look in the mirror and say, I'm the solution, right? Christ already saved us by his blood. Do you expect him to come down here and physically fix all the problems of the world? Maybe you're the vessel to do such a thing, strengthened by Christ. And that's why I think this last days mania is a deception. They want you to think there's no hope other than Christ coming down to rescue us. They want you to give up on fighting for what's right. And they're promising you a rapture. They're saying, just let everything fall to hell in a handbasket. And who's the ones promoting this last days mania? It's the churches, right? I don't know if you guys recognize this, but Christianity as a whole, and I'm not even talking about the mainstream churches, I'm talking about little groups like Unitarianism, the Fundamentalist Baptists, all of them. Do you guys know that do you guys see the whole object of them is to get you to make you a docile, passive person? Just wait for Jesus to come fix all your problems. It wasn't enough that he died on the cross and shed his blood for your sins. Now you got to have him come down here and fix everything for you because you let it get this bad. When I say you, I'm saying all of us, right? Collectively. You ever thought that if If the mainstream churches are pushing this madness, it's because they're doing this to hold us back while the New World Order gets implemented and solidified. Just think about that. Evil prospers when good men do nothing. Evil prospers when good men do nothing. And that, why is it these churches aren't telling you these things, that these things are fulfilled in the time of Christ? Why? Because they know now they can't control you with the fear-mongering of the apocalypse. They can't control you. That now you're going to take more of an interest in the health of your nation, more of an interest in the future and what you're going to leave behind. That they can't have that because they need you docile and submissive while they implement this new world order, and then they'll misinterpret Jesus' teachings to get you to accept evil and turn the other cheek to it. Ever thought about that? Anyway, salute. I'm on my way to Utah today.